Hey there everyone! Welcome to another video. Today we're diving into the complex and fascinating world of US immigration. Specifically, we're counting down the top 5 countries that have sent the most immigrants to the United States. Now, before we get started, it's important to acknowledge that immigration is a multifaceted issue with a long and, let's be honest, often complicated history in the US. It's a topic that can evoke strong emotions and differing opinions. But regardless of your stance on immigration policy, understanding the numbers and the countries these immigrants come from can help us better grasp the global forces shaping the United States. So, let's put on our analytical hats, grab our metaphorical maps, and dive into the data. Coming in at number 1, it's Mexico, a country that shares a 1,954-mile border with the United States. And trust me, that's not just a random number. That geographic proximity plays a huge role in the number of Mexican immigrants in the U.S. In 2022, roughly 10.6 million immigrants in the U.S. were born in Mexico. That's a significant number, representing a deep historical and cultural connection between the two countries. For centuries, people have crossed this border seeking new opportunities, fleeing hardship, or reuniting with family. And that's important to remember, the human stories behind these numbers. Each of those 10.6 million represents an individual, a family, with their own unique reasons for coming to the U.S. Number 2 on our list takes us across the globe to India, a nation experiencing rapid economic growth and a burgeoning tech sector. And that's key because it's attracting a lot of attention, particularly from the U.S. In 2022, about 6% of immigrants in the U.S. were of Indian descent. Now that might sound small compared to Mexico's numbers, but it represents a significant increase in recent years. This surge in Indian immigration can be attributed to a number of factors, including the rise of the tech industry, increased globalization, and a desire for better educational and professional opportunities. Chapter 3, China, a complex relationship with immigration. Our third country is China, another global giant with a long and complicated relationship with the United States. And that complexity is reflected in its immigration patterns. In 2022, about 5% of immigrants in the U.S. were from China. Now that might seem low, but it's essential to consider the historical context. Chinese immigration to the U.S. dates back to the 19th century, with periods of both welcome and exclusion. Today, Chinese immigrants represent a diverse group from students and professionals to entrepreneurs and families seeking a better life. Chapter 4, The Philippines, a legacy of ties. At number 4, we have the Philippines, a nation with a unique historical connection to the United States. And by unique, I'm talking about a period of U.S. colonization that has had a lasting impact on immigration. About 4% of U.S. immigrants in 2022 were of Filipino descent, and that number reflects a long history of migration, often driven by economic opportunity and family reunification. Filipino immigrants have made significant contributions to American society, particularly in healthcare, education, and the military. Their story is a reminder of the enduring ties between the U.S. and its former colony. Chapter 5, El Salvador, seeking refuge and opportunity. Rounding out our top 5 is El Salvador, a Central American nation facing its own set of challenges. And those challenges, often related to violence and economic hardship, have driven many to seek refuge and opportunity elsewhere. In 2022, about 3% of U.S. immigrants were from El Salvador. This wave of migration, particularly in recent years, highlights the complex issues facing Central America and their impact on U.S. immigration. It's a reminder that behind the numbers are real people, with real stories, seeking safety and a better life for themselves and their families. Outro, the faces behind the numbers. So there you have it, the top 5 countries of origin for immigrants in the United States. But remember, these aren't just statistics. They represent millions of individual stories, each with its own unique set of circumstances, motivations, and dreams. Immigration is a complex issue, and understanding these numbers is just the first step. It's crucial to engage with the human stories behind the data, to listen to the voices of immigrants, and to recognize their contributions to the fabric of American society. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more informative content.